Hello everybody, this is Chad from CBW Farms coming at you, and today we've got a special episode coming here. And as you can see, I'm here at Buyer Precision Pumping, and that's a person that I feed pigs for, a friend of mine. And I was going to give a tour of some of his equipment that he has, and today's a special day. Giants had announced a new DLC for Farming Simulator 22 with pumping and umbilical cords. I think today is the day that you guys see the rest. So first of all, let's look at some of the equipment that George has around here. This is what they call a hose humper. It stays on this tractor. We'll look at the tractor in a minute. But this is a hose humper. And that drag line that you'll see drug through the field, this moves that around. There's a person that'll drive this tractor and they'll be moving it so that line does not get run over. You know, you're gonna have 8 to 10 inch wide hose, and we do have a gator sitting over here too. Nice little one. But yeah, we do have a gator. The hose humpers keep the hose away from the applicator. And you can see here we got this tractor with the LSWs on it. It's an 8270R. This is one of the humping tractors, and they bring things here to splice the hose if they got to cut the pressure off. And let's go over here. We got another UTV sitting here, and another tractor. We haven't even gotten into the nitty-gritty of this yet, but another one with LSWs on it, and I don't know how much you can see with the sunshine. Another 8270R. Oh, he's got equipment all around. We're not even going to get to see all of it. This is the shop area where these guys pretty much work in year-round. I mean, except when they're gone pumping, there usually won't be anybody in the shop at that time. And we'll go look at some of the pumps here. There's another tractor sitting over here. And I'll have a special thing for you guys to look at here soon too. But here we have an 8345R. And see this one? In the United States, we do have front 3 points on some tractors. It's not a big thing around here yet, but it's coming. Looks like a 900 kilogram weight on the front. And here is some of the pumps that they use to pump that manure out. I mean, they got pumps that'll go in the middle of the field to keep the flow going, and the bigger pumps that'll sit by the barns. And I mean, just kind of see the scale of some of this. I'm just walking by this, you know. These are Bazooka is the brand that made these pumps, you know, with CAT engines in them. This looks like a big John Deere engine in this pump over here yet. They got control panels, and they can control a lot of this stuff from the applicator tractors, the flow that goes on, because everything's got to be put on so many gallons per acre. So he's got 3 of these pumps sitting here. I know there's at least one sitting in a shop, but I don't want to go in there because they're playing music in there, and we don't want to get copyrighted. But there's another one of these sitting in there that they're working on right now. And here's a third one. So there's at least 4 of these around. And these are what actually pump the manure. And as you can see my hand on here, that's how big these pumps are. You know, like I said, it takes big engines, and look at the size of the radiator on here to keep it cool. Big fuel tanks. Oh, we've got more stuff to look at, don't you worry. You don't want to get too much pictures of the boys. I see they got some new tires for the pulling tractor. Don't want to get run over by Tyler. But there's the pulling tractor. He does go on the circuit and do that. He's going to be quite busy with that here throughout the summertime, but we'll get a closer look at it. Nice name for a pulling tractor, right? Tyler, how many horsepower is this? A lot? Okay. I wasn't sure either. I'm going to have people asking on the video how much. So I don't know. I'll ask George later. A lot. But yeah, here's the pulling tractor. Like I said, Tyler just got back from Indiana, grabbing a new set of tires and rims for it. And we do have a skid loader around. I do use this one almost every day for the pigs. It's a 333G John Deere with the tracks. It's got a backup camera, everything in it. It's got radio, air conditioning, and my lovely pickup. There is the semi that they use to pull the pulling tractor and the trailer, but they do use it for manure equipment as well. But let's walk into the back part of the yard here. Here's where some of the bigger stuff is. You know, as big as that stuff is, the stuff gets bigger as we go. I don't want to be looking at the junk pile here, but I'm sure George wouldn't be too proud of me for showing that, but but with the new DLC being released, I thought, hey, today's a great day to be putting this on camera. Here we got a couple 9RXs. This one is a 620, a 9RX 620. Both quad tracks. This one's a 570, so a little smaller. So yeah, again, put my hand against here to see how wide these tracks are. Here is one of the drag lines, or actually the applicator itself. It'll fold out. I'm not sure how many feet this is, if this is 45 foot perhaps. And here's a bunch of the drag hose. This is what the, this is what that umbilical cord looks like close up. You know, it'll look small in the game, but again, my hand going up against it, this has got to be 12 inch or better here. And there's miles of it here. I mean, these are hose carts. They use hydraulics, and they'll wind it all back up, but everything will go back and forth to make it spread on there the right way. So, I mean, as we can see, there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 reels just right here of hose. Like I said, they got couplers that they'll hook this hose all together. And like I said, that hose humper that we looked at first, that all that guy does is move this hose so the guy driving one of those 9RXs does not run it over. So yeah, like I said, this is just the scale of things. I'm a short guy, but it's a long ways up there. They pull them in tandem down the road to get them to the next farm. Ooh, I just hit my knee. But yeah, he's got a few other tractors around that will pull these carts around, and another hose humper, of course. But there's a 8295R, and this is our loader tractor around here that we can use with the H480 loader. This is an 8270R, I believe. Yes, this is an 8270R. And there's quad track number 3, another 570, 9RX with another applicator. It's a different style, as you can see. And again, like I said, most of his equipment is Bazooka, is the brand. And yeah, I mean, again, like I said, this is the size of the hoses. If you look at my hand on here, and I'm guessing this is probably 45 to 50 foot. And we have an 8R 8295 here. Another one of some LSWs and big old mud flaps on it, and everything still gets dirty. Oh, okay, this is the other humper tractor. This is what the hose humping looks like when it's down on the ground. The hose will go in between all of this, and like I said, they'll move it when it's charged. They'll have to move that around. Everything's got to be very well thought of. I don't even know much about it because I don't really help these guys with this. So my questions, I'd have to refer you to George or one of the kids around here. But there's like air compressors. They blow like a Nerf ball through it. It's called the pig that they blow through there. That's those green ones over there, and that big Ingersoll Rand. They run air through the lines to empty that pig out of there, or to blow the manure out of it so that hose isn't full of manure when they're done with a field or moving. And there's more air compressors back here. I mean, they take a pretty big, a lot of air, and a lot of volume to push those pigs miles through. But another one back there. I know you guys are probably itching to see, but let's just go look in one of these ones. In one of the 9RXs. As you can see, there's a bit of equipment with this. And it's going to be hot in here. Here we are in the 9RX. Like I said, there's going to be monitors everywhere for precision farming. It's going to control your flows and everything else. And, put the steering wheel down. But this is what it looks like. It looks just like what it does in game. So, You know, nice little, I mean, remember, these guys live in here in the spring and the fall. I mean, they can't leave it. Once that pump is running, they got to stay in here, so they better have their coolers with them, which this one does actually have a refrigerator in it. But, you know, and then they got two ways that they talk back and forth on, and oh, it gets to be hectic when they're pumping. And I would love to get a drone someday and show you how they actually do some of that. Do like a time-lapse video of a field getting applied. You know, they do cattle manure and pig manure. And how much they put on per acre depends on what the ground needs, what type of manure it is, and how the manure tests. You know, if it's testing high in nutrients or whatever, they got to put less on. But, you know, if it's more watered down, they got to put more on. I know there's pumps around here somewhere that have boats on them. They actually put boats in lagoons to kind of stir things up. But I am not seeing them right now unless they got rid of that system. I'm never sure. He's always got stuff coming and going here. You know, just a few more trailers, you know, with equipment and parts in them. And here we have another applicator bar. This would be for the third one here. Like I said, most everything around here is on tracks except for like the humper tractors. And there's a couple load stands back there basically that'll go down into the lagoon. So yes, it's quite the process. I mean, it'd be interesting to watch. They do have a service truck over there. It would be interesting to watch them actually do this. I'm sure it gets boring for them guys because they do it every day for a long period of time. There's even got side piece pulling team. And kind of a mural of one of their tractors in a field on the side of the trailer. There's what a dragline would look like in the field, if you can tell if it's not reflecting too bad in the sun. But yes, like I said, there's always somebody around here working. And yeah, these guys do a good job. And hey, if you guys got any questions, drop them in the comments there. And otherwise, this is Chad. Hi. Good to see you all. I just thought I'd give you a quick tour of what George has, and we will talk to you on the next one. Make sure you hit that thumbs up, subscribe if you haven't. Thanks now, later.